host of the Gridiron.
Daniel Jones expected to be picked up because he's got to clear waivers. Okay. Says we need to secure the quarterback and get a defensive tackle and a couple of linemen. That's a nice grocery list we got going on there. Oh, yeah, and we need another cornerback. Absolutely. We got to get somebody to strengthen the run defense without question. That's for sure. And we know Tommy DeVito's not the answer, right? I'm sure Drew Lock's not the answer. We need a quarterback in there. Absolutely. Carlton Davis a free agent. Patrick Grove, Carlton Davis a free agent. I saw this here. Daniel Jones could sign to a practice squad and maximize starting opportunities per report. Now, one thing is with Daniel Jones, is that he could go on some team's practice squad. Okay, so the thing is that goes on a practice squad, he's making like about 20. What the hell did it say? 21,000. I have here somewhere. Hold on. Yep. I think it was 21,000 for a week on the practice squad if he were to be picked up. I think that's the most you can make. Oh, I had it somewhere. I must have X'd out of it. But so if he goes on somebody's practice squad, they could pay him like 21,000, I think, for a week there. And if he gets brought up, right, I think he's just paid that 21,000. If he's on somebody's practice squad, right, first team that gets him on a practice squad has a good upper hand. Because if another team comes and picks him off their practice squad, they got to sign him to the team, and he's got to have I think I read it was he got to sign for 3 paychecks. Now, for 3 paychecks, his salary is for the remainder of the season is about $12 million. So he's owed about $2 million a week. So if they're going to pluck him off of somebody else's practice squad and throw him on their roster, they got to have him on his roster for 3 weeks. They got to pay him about $6 million to put him on their roster. So I'm not so sure about that. Have to come here. Oh yeah, well, I mean, that's it's got to be just because there's a free agent there. Yeah, just grab that free agent. Yeah, come on over, brother. Yeah, join the Giants. No, they don't want to come here. If they think it's a SHI blank show, oh yeah, they may not want to come here. Absolutely not. Sure. Jones treatment. Yep. I mean, they told Locke he compete for the starting job. Now the starting job is open and they just jumped over him. They're taking it to Tommy DeVito. I mean, look at Saquon. What do you have, like 1,800 yards rushing tonight? I mean, they didn't pay McKinney. Now he's tied for the lead in interceptions. He has 7 times the interceptions as the whole Giants team does. He's got 7 interceptions. The whole Giants team has 1. And that was in the first game of the season with about 3 minutes to go and 4 minutes to go in the game, I think it was, somewhere around there. Giants from weeks 2 to 11. Not 1 interception. Wow. My goodness. But there's a lot of teams that could let's say, Jones, who requested and received his legislation from the Giants, is expected to clear waivers on Monday at 4 o'clock. At that point, he's a free agent and allowed to talk to other teams. Jones should sign relatively quickly. Jones is slated to clear waivers because if another team grabs him, he'd be owed $11.83 million left on his contract. Plus, they'd be on the hook for the $23 million injury guarantee for next season. Jones will be able to sign with the team immediately once he becomes a free agent. Perhaps he will do that he will do what so many veterans have done and sign with the practice squad, meaning his new team would not have to cut any of the 53 players. They take him, put him on the practice squad. Giants will start Tommy DeVito. We know that. Let's see. Among Jones's possible options, right? Because what could wind up happening, right, is that they can elevate him 3 times. I believe it's 3 times. And they're just paying him, I think, like $21,000 for a week. They elevate him for the 4th time, then he has to become part of the team, right? They have to get rid of a guy. He becomes part of the team. Then they're I guess they're responsible for some of his salary and all of that. So, so there's a lot involved. The thing is that if he's on the practice squad, right, they can keep him on the practice squad for whatever team he signs with, right? And if they need him, like toward the end of the season, or maybe a playoff push, or maybe I don't know, in the playoffs or whatever, they got him on the practice squad. They can bring him up like 3 times without having really financially hurting him. So, he could sign with any team he wants. He has to clear waivers. Once he clears waivers, right, then he's a free agent. He can sign wherever he wants, and it would behoove him to maybe go to a team, right, that needs maybe a backup quarterback that might have, I don't know. He can maybe go to a team that might need him almost right away, or if he maybe just goes to a team, maybe like I don't know if Kansas City wants to pick him up or somebody like that, right? He can be on their practice squad, right? If they have success and win a Super Bowl, maybe he'll be on the, who knows? But he has some options. I mean, let's say the 49ers are dealing with a shoulder injury to starter Brock Purdy, who will miss Sunday's game. A team like Baltimore Ravens could also make some sense, but Jones' athleticism and speed fitting with what Baltimore does in offense. Josh Johnson currently is Lamar's backup. Jones could sign with the Ravens practice squad and work his way up, and general manager Eric DeCosta is always looking to improve his roster. The Raiders are said to like Jones as an organization, and if he's a free agent, they could emerge as an option. Why? Because Las Vegas expects to be a team in the market for a bridge starter in the 2025 offseason, while simultaneously also looking for its quarterback of the future. Jones could audition for his future role and maybe earn even a bigger one. While the Raiders get a look at the free agent to be, Las Vegas likely won't make the playoffs, but that might be Jones's best choice for the future. Now, the thing is, as I said, is Minshew Mania, right? He got injured. So the Raiders, they're going to be looking for a quarterback. The thing is, what you don't know is that, are they going to want to pay his salary? That you don't know. Says also here it says the Arizona Cardinals, the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Vikings are among teams that could be in the market for Jones if and when he clears waivers, per CBS Sports NFL insider Jonathan Jones. Each of those teams could conceivably insert Jones as a top backup quarterback late in the season. Now, the thing is, late in the season. Now, the thing is also, he's on the practice squad. He starts learning the offense, right? He's down there on the practice squad. They're paying him a minimal amount of money. The end of the season, right? Once he gets familiar, maybe throwing the ball gets familiar with the offense, throwing the ball, getting familiar with some of the receivers and all that stuff. Bring him up toward the end of the season. You can bring him up 3 times, and you don't have to pay him. You're paying him, the practice squad. I think that's how it goes, right? They bring him up the 4th time. That's when it's going to start costing them some money. But if they bring him up the 4th time, it might be the last game of the season when it's really, really, they could really use a quarterback, a good backup or something. Who knows? But as of 4:00 tomorrow, okay, if he clears waivers, as long as nobody picks him up or not, because he clears waivers, he's a free agent, right? And then he can go anywhere he wants. So it'd be interesting to see, but apparently there'd be a lot of interest in him. So I'm not exactly sure where he's going to wind up going, but tell you what, man, it's going to be a kick in the freaking pants if he winds up going someplace and does good. I mean, at least, for every Saquon, okay, at least, and for every Xavier McKinney, there's been a Kadarius Toney, right? Right. I mean, he was a nutcase here, and he went someplace else, and he was a nutcase there, right? Eli Apple, right? Didn't work out too well here. He went someplace else. Then he liked to talk and all that stuff and everything. So, but I tell you what, if we let Daniel Jones go and he winds up going someplace else and doing really well, boy, I'll tell you what, it's not going to sit very well with Mr. Mara at all.